And it makes me so upset because, like I said, Jolene was the only friend that never wanted anything from me. And I wasn't the type of friend that would do the things that everybody else was doing around her to her. But she chose her side, and she's gonna have to stick with it. Her family, her daughter, everybody got to stick with it. So she proceeds to tell me how they all get drunk one night, and mind you, I think when she was telling me the story, she started to realize like it all was a setup because she kept saying Kay kept feeding her shots, kept feeding her shots, kept feeding her shots to the point where all she remembers is Kay telling her like, "Let's do what we used to do back in the day." So they ended up having a threesome, and then she said the next night they did it again. But then she told him like the following night or whatever, she doesn't want to do it anymore. Due to the fact of what happened with Claudia and all that other stuff, she's like she's tired of doing stuff like that. Like she don't want to do it anymore because like it's ruining her relationships because she keeps doing it with people that's close to her. I was like, oh my gosh, with her? I was like, y'all the same ones that's telling me she's sleeping with all types of dudes. Y'all the same one telling me like she caught us STD. Y'all the same one telling me like she just got pregnant. All this. I was like, what's wrong with people? Like y'all just like messing. She's like, I know, but I already told him I don't want to do it anymore. We're not doing it anymore. Like I refuse to make it. I refuse for it to make it to constantly make it a thing. And then she was like, this is not the This is not the only person he's tried her with. He's tried her with her cousin that stays in Georgia, because he always felt like the cousin in Georgia, they had to have something that's going on because every time like she used to tell me some great details, which I believe it. I believe it. If anybody would let Nixon hit without letting Jolene know, he would do it. He sure would do it. He's just that type of person. That type of person. Because how you keep convincing? I mean, with Claudia, it was Claudia's wrongdoing, but come on now. I was like, well, at least he knows. Yeah, you don't want to do it anymore. Make sure this just doesn't happen no more or whatever. Because I don't like her. I really don't. She's not a good mother. She just, and then to find out she had an older daughter that she didn't have custody of. So a couple of weeks go by. Jolene's like calling me while she's on the road by herself. I'm like, why are you on the road by yourself? She's like, oh, Nick's is talking about his heart condition. That's a story of its own. I don't even care to go through that because I really don't give a damn. Because somebody who has a heart condition like that still has a stamina that he's doing with the shit that you're doing. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. She keeps telling me she's on the robot. I'm like, why? Oh, he keeps saying, his anxiety, his heart issues is starting to bother him. Like she goes on these road trips by herself a couple of times before. I was like, Jolene, something's not right. You're a whole female. I don't care how I don't care how many times. I don't care if you're on the phone with him, sun up, sun down, because that's what they used to. Oh, I used to hate that. Jesus, I know you could be on the phone with your husband or your wife or your girlfriend. Y'all could be on the phone, but god damn, she's go to the bathroom. He's on the phone. She's eating. He's on the phone. Like it was weird. Like I said, it was weird. Fucking weird. Sorry, weird. I said, Jolene, something's not right. You are a whole female by yourself driving that truck, and y'all supposed to be a team. If If he's having anxiety, if he's having heart, tell him to lay his ass in the back. Why are you on the road by yourself when y'all could be making twice as much money with y'all driving together? She's like, they still arguing on the road and stuff like that. I said, Jolene, check that shit. Something's not right. Something not right. And then I said, the way Kay jumped in on that bed next to Nixon, you better check it. You better check it. So, of course, Jolene's one of them types like, oh, Ludy's saying that you might be messing with Kay or something like that. Blah, 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 blah. So, and like I said, I peep stuff before anybody else do. Like, that's just, that's always been me. Because I've always been quiet. I always kept my mouth shut and I watch people. I don't care if we having a full blown conversation, Kiki laughing. I'm watching everybody around me. This girl ends up texting not only me, she DM'd me on my Facebook because at this time my Facebook was back there. My Instagram still wasn't, but my Facebook was. She DM'd me. She DM'd. She basically told Jolene that that's exactly what was going on. Her and Nixon been sleeping with each other for weeks, and she's pregnant. Jolene goes through this whole, goes off on her, goes off on Nixon. Then Nixon blocks her, then blocks Jolene. She proceeds to DM me on Facebook, and she DMs all his oldest daughters, telling them that she's been sleeping with Nixon. She's pregnant now. She needs the money to get the abortion. Nixon don't want to give her the money. So when she got into my inbox, I said, why are you in my inbox? What makes you think I'm gonna side with you? I been knew something was up. I was like, you've never been a real friend, never. For you to go back and sit there and thought it was okay for you to sleep with that man, knowing he's been with your best friend, your so-called best friend. I said, you nasty as hell, nasty human being. You got a black asshole, black.